guys, it's Lynn here. Hope you're all keeping really safe and well. Now today guys, in this video, me and Hans are going to be bringing in our large Euphorbia succulents that we've had in our kitchen. That's sort of been just off by the kitchen window into the Polytunnel for their spring and summer quarters. And what we've done, yesterday's video, me and Hans moved a lot of the very tall cereus cacti that we had in our kitchen and other ones we also had here in our Polytunnel excuse me, into our little greenhouse, and also the ones in the kitchen, that the ones that aren't so more sensitive to cold, into the big Polytunnel here. And if you didn't see that video, do check that video out. It would have been on before this one. And as I mentioned in that video, we're going to be moving the euphorbias from the kitchen now into the Polytunnel, and we've made some space already here because we moved a lot of the trichocereusy ones that was on this tray into our little greenhouse, and now we're going to make a nice display with the big euphorbias. We've also got space all here as well for some of the big large tree-like euphorbias. So it's a bit of a fun video vlog for you guys, and I hope you're going to enjoy it. And before we go any further, I want to give a very special thank you to my wonderful fiancé Hans, who is behind the camera filming me in this introduction. We're going to be doing this video together, but it's wonderful just to have my hands free to this introduction here rather than having the camera like that. So if you're not familiar with Hans' amazing YouTube channel, please do go over and subscribe. Family of Cactus and other beauties, links up above, and don't forget to subscribe to me too. So let's get going then guys. That's the space made, and I'm going to show you what we've got to move in the kitchen. Now here we are in our kitchen, and these are some of our euphorbias, are large growing ones. As you can see, we have one of the large ones there under the grow light, and then we have a lot of small euphorbias and similar type of plants all in the windowsill here. We're going to keep them in the windowsill because I get plenty of south facing sun from this window. But these large ones here now it's sort of getting more into the spring. The sun sort of stays higher in the sky, and these don't really get that much sun now. So these are what's going to be going into the Polytunnel, and I'm going to show you making a bit of a display with them all. So what we're going to focus on first is bringing probably the three biggest ones. We've got this big Euphorbia ingens here, as you can see, huge, and then this lovely Euphorbia tyracale, commonly known as the sticks on fire. And this actually, when we put this out into the Polytunnel or into the yard, it goes a lovely sort of reddy orangey colour in full sun. As you can see, it's completely green now because it's been overwintering there in that corner. This is our Euphorbia triangularis. And it is quite wacky, I have to say. It's probably one of my favourite cacti. It is just gorgeous. We got this a few years ago from Urban Plant Life, a fantastic garden centre in the city of Dublin. And I have to say, I love it. And this is going to be going probably pride of place in the Polytunnel too. So that's what we're going to be moving, all of these smaller ones for the Euphorbia, the medusioid euphorbias as well here. And there we go. We're going to get the big ones out first, and let's get going. I just have to show you this, guys. This is one of our, obviously our Pachypodium euphorbia type, commonly known as one of the Madagascan palms. But here we have one of the mother of thousands, the Kalanchoideae gremantianas, and obviously they root like anything when they get into the pots. Sort of a nice plant. I didn't want to pull it out. I'll give it its own little pot. But guess what I found on it? These are the leaves here, but this is the top leaf. Look at that, guys. What the heck is that? It almost looks like it's got teeth. It looks like it's almost turning into a fish. Isn't it bizarre? I presume it's some type of cristata. Maybe it started to form into cristata. Have you ever experienced that before, guys? Anyway, it's certainly quite unique. Looks like little teeth. I don't quite know what to think, like one of them little puffer fish growing on top of this mother of thousands. Well, I've seen it all now. That's the first one we're going to take out, the big Euphorbia tyracale. Hans is a big strong man there.
Yeah, he's quite light. Yeah.
Oh. Look at that big boy there. Now what we're going to be doing, we decided to use this little table outside the Polytunnel to put all of the euphorbias, the big ones, and group them all together, and it's easier then to put them into the Polytunnel. There you go, that's the biggest ones out on the table, as you can see. Quite large. I just wish we had the climate to leave them out all through the summer, and if the weather was like this every day, it'd be brilliant, I have to say. So that's the biggest ones, and then we're going to put them away now. We've got some small ones Hansi's bringing out, and we're going to put the big fellas in the polytunnel first. That's the first one, the big Euphorbia inguns there in the corner. I just mentioned we've got another big Euphorbia here. Not quite sure, part of an inguns type as well that's very tall, almost as tall as me, but that's probably going to stay. As I say, we've got a lot in the middle, as you can see, rearranging a lot of stuff here in the polytunnel. So it's a bit of a mess. And these big tall ones, we're going to be, once the chance of the weather has really got good, probably well into May, we can put some of these in the yard then as well. But just for now, look at that. Hansi doing a great job.
Support.
Yeah, I just... we'll get some support for that big one there.
We have it there for a while, so.
Yeah.
And take the 2 collie on those.
Yeah. There you go. That's the big Euphorbia inguns and the Tiracali there, and our other one there as well. And I just want to mention as well, when you're handling euphorbias, you do need to be careful because they do give off a bit of a milky sap, especially if you're repotting them and things like that. But the sap can irritate the skin, and although it personally, I've not had any problems with the sap. I know some people are very sensitive to it and you can bring them out in a rash. And also it's meant to be quite dangerous if you have the sap on your hands and then you touch your eyes or your nose. So just be careful when you're handling these plants. Hansi bringing in the big Euphorbia triangularis. It's huge. And this particular plant, guys, as I say, we got this from Urban Plant Life in Dublin. Fantastic garden centre. And the guy who we got it from, our friend Sam, he actually told us a bit of a story about this. He actually said that this particular Euphorbia has been in a few films here in Ireland. And Urban Plant Life...
Extras.
Yeah, it's one of the extras. Urban Plant Life actually hire out some of their amazing plants. They have an incredible collection, guys, in films as well, and quite a lot of things. So this has actually been a film star, and Hans is also an actor as well, so they've got a lot in common, these two. That's what we've done so far. We've got one of our very large growing Euphorbia milli types here as well. It's gorgeous, with our Euphorbia sudanica there, and also this lovely Euphorbia as well, the lovely sort of coloration on it, and our big Euphorbia mammillaris corn cob variegata. It's like a big snake, so we have to have that sort of in between so it keeps itself balanced. And just got a few more left to do. So there we go, guys, it's all done. All the largest Euphorbias are all put into the polytunnel. And as I say, we've got this big tall one here. I'll show you the height of it, guys. It's as tall as me. And these are all the ones we've got here as well, a mixture of all different types. As I say, we've still got many in the house, in the kitchen windowsill. We've kept the smaller ones still in the window because it's a lovely south-facing window. And then here's a mixture of many different types we have got here. And some of these we're going to be repotted over the next few weeks, especially this big milli here. He's literally jumping out of his pot, so he's going to be repotted. And as you can see there, everything's looking pretty good. And then we've got the big Euphorbias here, as I mentioned earlier. And they're going to be staying out here now until the late fall, autumn, when everything has to then be brought back into over winter. And as I say, we have got more Euphorbias inside. And if you want to see a complete tour of our Euphorbia collection, which includes the whole tour, I did that probably about 2 or 3 months ago, then do check out a video I've made on our complete Euphorbia succulent plant collection. Links up above. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Now tomorrow's video we're going to be rearranging again, but tomorrow what we're going to be doing, obviously we've took all these away from the kitchen where there was, as you know, now there's loads of space left. So what we're going to be doing then is we've got a load of sansevierias, or dracaenas as they're called now. I'll always stick to sanseviera, and we've got them all over the house. And what we're going to be doing then is bringing them all together and then putting them in where all these Euphorbias was, in the kitchen. So we're going to do a lovely Sansevieria display. Me and Hans have got quite a few different types of Sansevierias. So we're going to be putting them all together and rearranging them. And that's going to be tomorrow's video. So do stay tuned for that video, guys. And thank you so much for watching. And if you want to know a little bit more on how to grow cacti and succulents, then please do check out my website, desertplantsofavalon.com. And don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell. Ding ding. I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of plant power from across the Emerald Isle. And until my next video, Bye. Cactus power.
Yeah.